Welcome back, YouTubers. What are you doing, you boy? I came back for the afternoon Bible New Testament rendition of what I read this morning in the New Living Translation. Doing the dishes. Had a little meeting, business meeting. That's right, Nicky boy. I don't like to mix business with pleasure. This is pleasure. I don't live without this. So you're saying, watch me do the dishes for 5-10 minutes. Okay? I'll be back. You say, you look kind of a roughneck. I mean, you got a nice shirt on. We see, but then what's this hair? And that's a good question. Remember these? You see them wearing them for the virus. Oh, hold on. Oh, we gotta. Yeah. Hold on. You say. We have eczema, or we have dry skin. Excuse me for a moment, please. I need to make a quick phone call.
Sorry, let's try this. Okay, one last thing. Would you like to speak with the pharmacy or the store? Okay, I'm connecting you to someone who can help. Just so you know, the pharmacy's open till 10 p.m. tonight, and tomorrow they're open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. By the way, the pharmacist goes on a meal break Saturday and Sunday from 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Some pharmacy services might not be available during the break. Please remain on the line to speak with a member of our staff. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly.
Hey, at least they're not the creepy Joshua Van black gloves. My skin gets dried out. As you can see, I got pretty nice skin.
Our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you.
Wait to go to Walgreens till I call you, will you? Give me a hug. And I will.
We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. There are more than 3 callers ahead of you. We're sorry to keep you waiting, but all of our staff are assisting other customers. We will be with you shortly. There are 2 callers ahead of you. We're sorry to keep you waiting, but all of our staff are assisting other customers. We will be with you shortly. There is 1 caller ahead of you. We're sorry to keep you waiting, but all of our staff are assisting other customers. We will be with you shortly. There is 1 caller ahead of you. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly. We're sorry, our staff is answering other calls. Please hold on and we'll be with you shortly.
Walgreens Pharmacy in Forest Lake. My name is Anthony. How can I help you?
Yes, sir. Can you check and see if I got a prescription coming over from dermatologist consultants?
What was the last name?
Is Julien.
The first name?
Is Nicholas.
All right. And then what was the medication you were looking for?
So I guess it's gonna be this something T. It's well, here, you don't have a new one?
The ointment?
Yeah, it's new today. Starts with a T.
You have the tacromulus?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Tacro something.
Yeah. Yep, I have that ready for you here.
You do? How much is it?
It's $1.30.
Okay, great. I'll be in then to get it.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mhm. So, Nicky boy, you say you're kind of a practical guy. You're not a real roughneck because you've never been in a fight in your life, and that's why you don't want to take on the old polar bear from the hideout bar. No, he's got me outreached by about 6'8" inches, outweighed by at least 100 pounds, and he's tall. Nope. Never did been in a fight since I was got a 7th grade, got attacked. That's all. One time. All them years, all that drunk all that beer you drank. You never ran your mouth to anybody the wrong big guy. All them bars and casinos and everywhere you went. Nobody ever cold cocked you one. Never. You must have figured out how to be quiet when you were supposed to. Oh yeah. Oh, so that's how you kept that nice handsome face he is, tell you. You clean up pretty good, Nicky boy, for a grandpa. Yeah, I got this gray here. Don't forget them guys that came before you with that marijuana you get down there at the shop on the counter. Yeah, they used to bring in the SWAT team for that too. So small amount. You say, huh? Yep. Dogs, guys in vests, AK-47s, tear your car up, ruin your car. They were just, you'd think they was looking for like an 8-ball of crack. And now it's legal. So I got the gray hair. Give me a little respect. Respect your elders, kids, all that. Look, I went before you, so hey, can I just read my Bible? We ain't got no psychiatric condition here. I don't like this one, okay? You're gonna make me do another video. See? It's all because I said something about Big Don. I finally said something about Big Don, but I couldn't take it anymore. Because he thinks he's still gonna be president. Okay? I finally couldn't take it anymore. So you say, you're a practical guy. You're half redneck, half conservative, half liberal. What do you got that big Harley Davidson chain on there? Didn't I tell you? Well, let's see. After you lose your wallet, remember, and then you got to go get you that Social Security card after a while, and you probably can't even get that anymore. I don't even think they sell them. So the best one you're gonna get is down there at Spencer's or Hot Topic, and it's Chauncey. Or you can make your own maybe, but so I bought a couple extra. Sure. Remember, I seen them fires coming too. Instincts. And you're like, what are you doing there? I'm like, I don't know. So you look kind of like a bike. You look like a cross between a preppy, a biker, and a hillbilly, and a redneck. And I'm thinking, that sounds about right. I don't lose my wallet anymore, though. Oh, that was horrible. So y'all know I've been down with this carbuncle. And, see, this is so important. I think I should do a separate video. I really need to get these more focused with that much. And I'm working on, you notice how we want to keep it. See, now they're coming at you with the psychiatric thing again. I knew they would. You see? Because it's all about this. For most people. I'll be honest, I can't wait till it's a wheelbarrow full of $50 bills. And this hair ain't gonna do them a whole lot of good, but most of them will have this anyway, so. But there'll be a few. Psychiatric. Yeah, sure. Well, anyways, we're in. What was I doing? I was doing something here to get off this phone. Oh, I was gonna text. I was gonna text the Recovery King. Did you hear Recovery King? So mom texts me. I'm starting to get a little nervous. I'm gonna put a service. Mom texts me last night at. I happened to be awake, so she texts me at 2. What time was it? About 2:21 a.m. And I happened to be while I was up watching YouTube videos. Please don't ban. Can we talk like let's be reasonable. Like I understand. I'm mindful enough to understand that these topics, and it's not to incite anything or to be hurtful. I just want to be a Christian, and I want to read from the Bible. That's all. Christian 101. I mean, so talk to me about it. Don't just lower my mic. If you get real mad, let's talk about it, because otherwise the Republic is in great danger. It might seem all calm, but you may see them guys that Big Don won't even talk to me no more. I mean, maybe I can be the mediator between y'all and Big Don or something, but he don't. Big Don, he's mad. He's going to be mad now, so now he's not going to help me ever. But that's okay, because look, if Big Don thinks he's going to be president, I can't. I got nothing more to say. Nothing further, Yana. Look. It says, Mom texts me, I do love you, Nick. Fell last night from a weird dream. Hit my head a bit. Think BHT, she meant to say a bit. I'm waiting for you to come see me. Oh, that's a separate video. Please, Lord Jesus. Look, I believe look, how my mom hit, so she had a weird dream and woke up and bumped her head on what? I'm thinking. Most of the time she falls asleep in the chair. I'm thinking, how did she hit her head? John's moving her stuff around, remember? John Victor Shima III? The nurse guy who used to help me, tutor me, and then left me for the dogs and that polar bear back there. I'm waiting for you to come. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Mom. And I tried to ask her, I said, how do you fall from a dream? And she says, have to sleep. I call tomorrow. Not feel so good. Yeah, she won't. She most likely. She probably won't call. And Mom is in pain because of those surgeries. Well, remember, I'm an only child, so I love my mom. You only get one mom, and I do not apologize for being a mama's boy. Okay? I will miss my mom very much. I don't care what mom has ever done, right? She's the one that she gets a pass no matter what, right? You love mom no matter what. She does the best she can, but you say Mark chapter 8. Well, look, if you're going to forgive anybody and you're going to follow that commandment, hey, maybe dad left. Maybe he's a drunk. Maybe he's a womanizer, a gambler. Maybe you only got one mom. Better pay attention to that commandment. Try. Hey, if you're going to, hey, look. Mother against son, father. I don't know. Does it say mother against son? I don't know, but mom is like, shh. right? But we could talk about it. I gotta make a couple video, or at least one video. They give me the priest. Remember, you used to have to go to the priest. It's funny. It's awful convenient. They wouldn't even get back to me for 2 days, over 48 hours. Remember that? First 48. If you don't solve a homicide in the first 48 hours, or get some real big clues, or like a kidnapping or a Jacob Wetterling, you probably ain't ever gonna. That's what they say, I guess. Anyways, I'm in Mark chapter 8. It's King James Version. That's what I came on here for this one. So it says, Jesus feeds the 4,000. In those days, the multitude being very great and having nothing to eat, Jesus called his disciples unto him and saith unto them, I have compassion on the multitude, because they have now been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. And if I send them away fasting to their own houses, they will faint by the way. For divers of them came from far. And his disciples answered him, From whence can a man satisfy these men with bread here in the wilderness? And he asked them, How many loaves have ye? And they said, 7. Which reminds me, and he commanded the people to sit down on the ground, and he took the 7 loaves and gave thanks, and brake, and gave to his disciples to set before them. And they did set them before the people. And they had a few small fishes, and he blessed and commanded to set them also before them. So they did eat and were filled. And they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets. And they that had eaten were about 4,000. And he sent them away, and straightway he entered into a ship with his disciples, and came into the parts of Dalmanutha. Mark 8, verse 11, the Pharisees demand a sign. And the Pharisees came forth and began to question with him, seeking of him a sign from heaven, tempting him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit, and saith, Why doth this generation seek after a sign? Verily, I say unto you, there shall no sign be given unto this generation. And he left them, and entering into the ship, again departed to the other side. Verse 14, the leaven of the Pharisees and of Herod. Now the disciples had forgotten to take bread, neither had they in the ship with them more than 1 loaf. And he charged them, saying, Take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have no bread. And when Jesus knew it, he saith unto them, Why reason ye, because ye have no bread? Perceive ye not yet, neither understand? Have ye your heart yet hardened? Having eyes see ye not, and having ears hear ye not, and do ye not remember? When I break the 5 loaves among 5,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? It's thinking about my mom and stuff. I'm worried about her. When I break the 5 loaves among 5,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? They say unto him, 12. And when the 7 among 4,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? And they said, 7. And he said unto them, How is it that ye do not understand? Verse 22, Jesus heals a blind man at Bethsaida. Bethesda? Bethsaida? Like I said, most of the time I think that in the Hebrew, the way, other than going and reading backwards, they pronounce the I as an E. I picked up on that. So it'd be like Bethsaida. And he cometh to Bethsaida, and they bring a blind man unto him, and besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand, and led him out of the town. And when he had spit on his eyes, and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw aught. And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. As long as nobody chases, like, do dogs chase people? No, wreck something up trees. After that, release the hounds to the rat. Don't release the hounds and don't chase nobody up no trees or raccoons or people or nothing. We don't want half the kingdom in a tree. After that, he put his hands again upon his eyes and made him look up, and he was restored and saw every man clearly. And he sent him away to his house, saying, Neither go into the town, nor tell it to any in the town. Peter's declaration that Jesus is the Messiah. And Jesus went out and his disciples into the towns of Caesarea Philippi, and by the way he asked his disciples, saying unto them, Whom do men say that I am? And they answered, John the Baptist, but some say Elias, and others one of the prophets. And he saith unto them, But whom say ye that I am? And Peter answereth and saith unto him, Thou art the Christ. And he charged them that they should tell no man of him. Jesus predicts his death and resurrection, and he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. And he spake that, saying, saying openly. And Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Get thee behind me, Satan. I'm like, I don't want Satan behind me. I want him gone. Like, out of town. Like, out of Dodge, man. Leave my doggy alone. For thou savorest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of men. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. You know, there's only one other time I saw somebody actually doing that. I mentioned that in one of my videos. It was on Gopher Canyon Road, just up the road from Lawrence Welk, the golf course. And is that where they filmed Lawrence Welk show? I don't know. I know my dad used to like that. I used to even, way back in the day, they used to have reruns, and you'd be like, what? There's no CNN on. Let's watch the reruns of Lawrence Welk. And all the old band songs and stuff. They play the Jack Van Impe. What's that thing? I liked watching that. I saw a guy literally by just should be just south of the 15 or just east of the 15 on Gopher Canyon Road. Or is it the 5? I can't remember. It's the 5 out there. One time I seen, well, I never did it, but Maranatha Christian at the University of Minnesota, they had that. I never went with them, but I saw so they used to go down and ride around downtown and take turns with it on their back like Jesus and pass out tracts. But the only other one I saw was this guy one time I was like surprised. He's like hauling all the way up. I'm like, whoa, like there's nothing around here for a long ways, man. Hope you make it. You got some water, dude? It's like 120 degrees in Hell's Canyons right up there. Yeah. Take up your cross, sell everything you have, give to the poor, hate your mother. Oh, that was Campaign Carl 999 from Pat. He enjoyed reminding us about that one. Don't forget to hate your parents, kids. Yeah, we've kind of sort of played that off as, hey, it's more important to love Jesus than your parents. You don't actually have to hate your parents, kids. Nothing's more important than Jesus, right? And you're like, take up your cross. And I'm like, sell everything you got. Okay, well. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if it shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Whoa, that's wild. Why was I thinking of the holy angels earlier? Oh yeah, because this holy angels. That's why I googled Holy Angels. There's a school, Catholic school here, somewhere in Richfield, Minnesota. Remember, we got full disclosure here. We're not hiding anything. And, well, pretty much. Anything that's relevant to the argument or the debate in order to prove the truth and innocency, and that we do the most amount of good for the most amount of people. Nobody gets hurt. I think I better use my inside voice from now on. Should I use my inside voice a little more? Don't want to get too aggressive. Don't want to seem bullish. The bullish, I guess, it's a natural. You people. Anybody ever heard of Boomer, or what is his name? Chris Berman. They call him the Boomer, I guess. He's got a real deep voice. They call him the Boomer. I'm not. It's just my natural voice, but apparently it's kind of like cleaning fish on Facebook. It's toxic masculinity, and so it's more work to use my inside voice, but I'll do it if it makes you more comfortable. Especially for half the kingdom, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the gals now, they just like you to be calm, and they don't like the bull in the china cabinet, I guess. But you're like, yeah. So there you go. There's that. And I'm just gonna give you a little preview of the next. I've got a new diagnosis, and I don't. This is well. I did a preliminary research. Yeah, it smells fishy again. And I couldn't get a response for 48 hours. Maybe Maybe he was like, I'm trying to help you here, man. Just leave me alone. Do what you want. Do what you can with it. Do you see any yellow? Look. No, you don't. There's no yellow, flaky. There's no dandruff. And it's not on my scalp. Okay? So what does he do? I get a new. I'm like, dude, I got this little rough. Can you give me something greasy? He's like, use something greasy, Aquaphor. I'm like, that's not doing anything anymore. And it's still a little, I guess, it was a wooden nickel for 6 months. And like I said, unless I'm about bleeding to death, I'm pretty much going John, like John Wayne style. Like I'm not going to the hospital because it's very expensive, and they're charging those obscene profits, and so you have to. There's unless you're dying, like I wouldn't go. I mean, look at all the. That's another thing. Never Again has an issue with. And this is something I agree with. Just because you now, I'm not talking about just because you have to go to the emergency room or something, it shouldn't bankrupt your family, especially if you don't have a drug or alcohol problem and you're working full time. We ought to have a healthcare system that doesn't put you in the poorhouse because you have to go to the emergency room. Now, I'm not talking about illegal immigrants. Now, I'm a Christian, so on one hand, I want to help everybody, but I'm still a patriot of the United States. Okay? Remember, I pledge allegiance. I want to protect against all threats, foreign and abroad, or domestic and abroad, right? I'm still a citizen of the United States. I'm a Roman citizen. Okay? Uh, if you want to help illegal immigrants, then at least don't bankrupt the guy that is working his tail off, trying to provide for his family. He's not sitting around drinking, and he just wants to put food on the table, read the Bible, go to church, spend a little time, go fishing with half the kingdom. If he gets really sick and has to go to the ER in emergency, and he doesn't have the insurance that covers that, it literally will put you in bankruptcy. Now, I agree. You should, just because you're not a millionaire, life should not be over, and you should be in debt and have bill collectors that are doing this, bugging you and harassing you in the United States of America when all you did was get sick or need to go to the emergency room. Another good point that Never Again has. For sure. What do you do about it? Amarillo Slim's like, hey, I got lots of guys that can identify problems. Well, they're not even talking about the problems, Amarillo Slim. See, that's why they're starting to burn the buildings down. So how do we get Amarillo Slim and his buddies to the table to be honest about what the issues are? How do we get them to tell the truth? Because the system works very well for the rich. Okay? I benefited from that in my 20s, working painting houses in Edina, North Oaks, Kevin McHale, very rich people. And actually, they didn't really pay me that much back then for as much money as we were dealing with, but whatever. So the trickle down worked a little bit for me in my 20s. So what you want to do, I don't know, but we ought to fix that. How you do it? Socialized medicine. So you want to be like Canada? You want to be sitting around waiting? I don't know. Then the red coats, that polar bear across the street, he'll come around and go, well, the Bible says here that the poor will always be with us. Yeah, okay, well, then maybe we should stop throwing away all this food that gets thrown away every day because in the name of profit and some health department baloney. You got to be able to bring that to all the homeless shelters and the battered women's shelters and lots of other places as long as you regulate it that goes in a garbage. There's people starving around the world, okay? And I guarantee you, when we're going to World War III, they ain't gonna be worried about where that food's going. You're gonna be like, forget the chain smoking rabbi, you man, let me eat, right? So what do you want to do? They do. And so the redcoats do have arguments about you end up can kind of ruin it. But is there something in the middle with all the people that can't get access to health care? Can we open that up somehow? We tried that with Obamacare. Well, I don't know. So I see Never Again's point. I see some of the redcoats' points. You want to wait 6 months? You want to die on a wait list trying to get well? You want some czar deciding, you want some guy that's lowering Mike Lindell's mic, or you want some guy that's locking up a laptop you can't even get in your bank account anymore. You want him deciding who lives and dies? I don't know if we have much choice at this point. As far as I understand, we're somewhere back here in this Revelations. You have to get the preacher woman on that one. We're somewhere in here. Apparently, all they need to do is get that last. There's only one place that's documented that they know of where civilization has not been reached in the Amazon forest there over in India. Where they're still indigenous. They don't even they even get near them and they bow and arrow you. Apparently, but that was a while ago. They might have got to them. You need that red heifer fired up, unblemished, and then you need and you can decide whether it's symbolic or not. The Jews, the Orthodox Jews, have been trying to fire up that shekel of the sanctuary and start sacrifices for quite a while. Old Big Don has helped them get in that direction, didn't he, with old King Cyrus? Sure. But again, I'm rational enough at this point. Don't you dare accuse me of any psychiatric condition. If you're gonna tell me Big Don, no, I'm not looking for a fight. I'm just saying this is so common sense. If in his mind he actually thinks he could possibly be president again without going to war or having a civil war or junior mints, I'm not the one that has a psychiatric issue. I got to agree with the Tutti Fruttis on this one. Yep, not me. No. And so if that means you want nothing to do with me ever again because I tell you the truth, so be it. I can't get over that one. Would it be nice? I already said? Daddy said to Grandpa Gordy, what? Name me one thing that he did that was anti-American. He said, hey, he thought he was so brilliant. Remember when he told that story? Why can't, hey, what, I got this great idea. How about if, they're waiting down there at the, that veterans place. If they can't get in there, why can't we just send them to another doctor? And then Big Don's like, well, we've been trying that for 50 years, Big Don. He's like, oh, well, I thought of that. And finally, I guess they sort of took care of that. I mean, but hey, he sold this Mr. Military. Yeah, if Joshua Vaughn and his creepy seed, if he's involved in any of that, yeah, I'm going with Never Again. Where are you at? Where are you at, lady? I need some salad too. Let's go. Get me away from that guy. I want to live. Seriously. I don't care. You can. That's not psychiatric either. In order to get on ChristianChat.com, which they banned me for no reason, and you say, well, love your enemy. Yeah, that's easy. They're the administrators. I didn't do anything this last year that I was on there. Didn't bother any girls. I told you that. And in order to make a profile, you gotta say who's the president of the United States. You gotta say Donald Trump. So yeah, they're right there. And you're saying, well, he's the only one that does the Second Amendment. Baloney. He signed laws against it. He caved on all tons of gun stuff. Remember, he used to be a Democrat. Okay? But I draw, just like I draw the line at my dog, I don't care what you think of me, how big of a loser, what school I went to, how retarded and slow I am. If Big Don actually thinks he's gonna be I'm done. I can't. There's nothing more to talk about. At least put your support behind somebody while there's time, with somebody that might support some of your causes. Don't be thinking you. I can't believe it. All right. Just some basic stuff, and you say, well, Amarillo Sun's like, yeah, we got everybody, but then why at least talk about it? They won't even talk about the issues. They got this dog and pony smoke screen going. And now they're doing this to me. Somebody is. I don't even think it's the polar bear. I don't know. I think that's why he's mad. Might even be my friend. I don't know. Maybe somebody framed him. Wouldn't that be ironic if it was the Tutti Fruities that came in and framed him? And now I said the truth about Big Don. Reality. Stop wasting the time. You got 3 years. You want to get a vibe. Get Romney and his magic underwear on the horn, maybe. Doubt it. You're gonna need a woman, and probably one of color to even have a chance. Okay? Start there. Otherwise, you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay? Yeah. Wouldn't that be ironic if the liberals hated me so much because of this Bible, and yet I tell the truth about what's going on, like I saw him CPAC, and yet Big Don, other than my dad, Big Don was the only one between me and the devil. Wouldn't that be satanic? But you know what? Truth in the Bible has to prevail, because that's just ridiculous. I can't listen. It's so silly. I cannot listen to people who think they're gonna be. Yeah, you're awesome. Very successful people. You did well. Did a lot of good things for the country, as far as I'm concerned. Not real nice people. No. They're right about that. But hey, if you hate me and you don't want to invite me to El Dorado because I say you're kind of mean for doing this in front of the world, kind of some of the stuff you said is about as most arrogant as anybody could ever possibly think of, and you wonder why they decided to hate your guts and talk about nothing about what a mean person you are for 4 years, and wouldn't even address any of your pro-American policies. Well, sometimes I guess you got people like my dad that are so used to the way life was, in colonial America, that they just can't believe, and then they feel like they got a little reprieve or something, and then like they just can't believe themselves that they're. I don't know, but I'm not a racist, so I don't know at all cost. Seriously. And if that means nobody wants to answer my accounting questions anymore, fine. Because I'd rather trade this life for eternal salvation. I'm not gonna make concessions here or anything anymore because it wasn't working anyways. So I figured, well, let's try the truth. I'm not saying I don't know what God's gonna do. So I'm gonna put this video off, and now I'm gonna make another one. I'll be right back.